Hello, Cook Rangers. This is Mr. Floyd. We're here back this week with another story. In your packet, you'll find your story this week is entitled Reuse, Reduce, Recycle. So I'm going to go ahead and read this story. You can follow along in the video and then go back and read it on your own a little later. Reduce, Reuse, Recycle by Jennifer Kinney. Vaughn and Hal were Cub Scouts. They were learning to help Earth. Their den leader took them on a field trip to learn more. Where are they going? The trip was to a recycling center. The Scouts went on a bus. As they drove into the center, they saw big hills. Wow, the boys yelled. Those are cool. Those would be great for our sleds. Not really, Mr. Smith, the den leader said. Do you know those hills are part of a landfill? What's a landfill? Vaughn asked. It's where your garbage is stored for years and years. It has nowhere else to go. They put it in big piles, then they cover it up. Yuck, Hal said. That's right, Mr. Smith said. You put something in the garbage and it has to go somewhere. Our town puts it here. That's awful. What can we do to get rid of it? Hal asked. Mr. Smith said, good question. That's what we will find out inside. The den toured the recycling center. The Scouts learned a lot. They saw the workers sort through bottles and papers. The guide said, remember the 3 R's. That's how you help Earth. Garbage does not just go away. We need to stop the waste before it gets in the landfill. Reduce, reuse, recycle. What does it mean again? One scout asked. Reduce the garbage. That means make less of it, the guide said. Buy things you will use. Buy things that last a long time. Throw away less in your garbage. What does reuse mean? Another scout said. Reuse means to use something again. Use boxes for other things. Fill up your boxes again instead of buying new ones. Use cloth napkins. They can be used over and over again after washing. Tell your parents to use a coffee mug that can be used again. Fix things instead of throwing them out. Give your old toys away. Have a garage sale. Just try not to throw it all away. What does recycle mean? Vaughn asked. Recycle is what my work is all about. We collect newspapers and magazines. We collect soup cans and sauce jars. We collect all kinds of things. There were 82 million tons taken to recycling plants in 2009. That's 82 million tons of waste that we did not put in landfills. Recycling saves trees and other things we get from Earth. We make new things from what is collected. Recycling saves energy. Do you think that there are things you can recycle at home? The guide said. Yes, everyone answered. What could you recycle? The guide asked. I could recycle my father's newspapers, Peter said. That's right, the guide said. I could recycle my sister's baby food jars, Max said. That's right, the guide said. I could recycle the soda bottles, John said. That's right, the guide said. Now go home and do that. You'll be helping all of us on Earth. All right, that's our story, Reduce, Reuse, Recycle. And we'll be back in a few minutes. I'm going to pull up the questions next, and we'll go through the questions and answers together. Okay, we finished reading our story. Now we're going to answer the questions that go along with the story. In your packet, you'll see the next page of your story are the 7 questions we're going to answer. And you're also going to need this page from your packet that says questions at the top, and it has the picture choices. Okay, let's go back to question number 1. What kind of place did the group visit? What kind of place were they at? Was it a neighbor's house, a movie theater, or a recycling plant? We'll go through all of these together, and then you can take your time and circle the correct answer after we're done. So let's go ahead and go on to number 2. What kind of group made the visit? Was that a 2nd grade class, Girl Scout troop, or Cub Scout group? Question number 3. What did the boys see on their way in? Did they see a school, seeds, or a landfill? Question number 4. Which is not one of the 3 R's? Reduce, recycle, refill. Question number 5. Which word means to use something again? Is that repeat, reduce, or reuse? Question number 6. Which word means make less garbage? Is that recycle, reuse, or reduce? And question number 7. How many tons of recycling were taken to plants instead of landfills in 2009? Was that 86 million, 8 million, or 82 million? Okay, take your time, go back through the story, look for the answers, circle the correct answer on your sheet, and then we'll come back next and we'll start working on our sentences from the story. Okay, welcome back. We're here to do our last section, which is our writing activity, our sentences. And we have sentences that have a word missing. I'm going to read the sentences, and then I'm going to show you the 3 answer choices that you can pick to complete your sentence. And you're going to pick the right one to fill in the blank. I'm going to go ahead and read through all the sentences real quick. So just listen to the sentences and the word choices to fill in the blank. And then after I'm done, you can take your paper and look through the story to make sure you're filling in the correct word when you're writing your sentences. Okay, we're going to start with question number 1. Vaughn and Hal were blank. Were they beautiful? Were they Cub Scouts? Or were they teachers? Sentence number 2 says, they were learning to help the blank. The earth, the car, or the moon? Those are your choices. Sentence number 3. The trip was to a blank center. Was it a recycling center, a picnic center, or a dance center? Sentence number 4. Those hills are part of a blank. They're part of a landfill, they're part of a hat, or they're part of a circus. Sentence number 5. They put it in big blank. Big baskets, big trunks, big piles. Sentence number 6. They toured the recycling blank. The recycling center, the recycling farm, the recycling rocks. Sentence number 7. The workers sort through bottles and blank. Bottles and bags, bottles and blankets, bottles and papers. Sentence number 8. Blank means to make less of it. reduce, reuse, recycle. Sentence number 9 says, blank means to use something again. Is that recycle, reduce, or reuse? And sentence number 10, recycling blank trees and other things we get from the earth. Recycling annoys, recycling saves, or recycling kills. All right? Take your time, go back through your story, figure out which of the 3 word choices complete the sentence correctly, and then write your answer in. That's all for our reading and our writing story today. If you had in your packet another page that had blank lines on it, that's for you to either copy your sentences to practice your writing, or you can write an original sentence with each of those 10 words. All right, thanks. I hope you enjoyed the lesson about recycling.